My son asked me to wear makeup to his school event, and I finally discovered the heartbreaking reason why. Mom, could you maybe put on some makeup for Paris night tomorrow? My 14-year-old son Jacob wouldn't meet my eyes when he asked this, his gaze fixed on his sneakers. I was caught off guard. I rarely wear makeup, just occasionally mascara and lip gloss for special events. My natural look has never bothered him before. Why? I asked, confused. He shrugged, still avoiding eye contact. Just can you and maybe wear something nice, not your usual work clothes? The request stung a little, but I figured it was typical teenage embarrassment. His middle school years had been rough. New school, struggling to fit in, coming home quieter each day. If putting on makeup would make him more comfortable, I could manage that. The next evening, I spent an hour following YouTube duars, applying foundation, Yoli, lipstick. The works I wore a dress instead of my usual jeans and sweater. When Jacob saw me, he visibly relaxed. Thanks, Mom, he whispered. At the school, Jacob seemed hyper-aware of other parents' reactions to me. He carefully introduced me to his teachers, positioned me in group photos, and stayed unusually close. Something felt off, but I couldn't pinpoint what. After speaking with his math teacher, I excused myself to use the restroom. On my way back, I overheard two mothers talking around the corner. That's Jacob Mitchell's mom, one said. Finally made an effort tonight. Thank God, the other replied. I was starting to think she didn't care. Poor Jacob was so embarrassed last time. Melissa told me the kids call her Homeless Hannah. Can you imagine how mortifying that must be for him? I froze, my heart racing. Was this why Jacob wanted me to wear makeup? Because other parents were judging me. I composed myself and returned to Jacob, but something had shifted. I noticed the designer labels on other mothers' clothes, their perfect hairstyles, their careful makeup. I'd never cared about these things. I am a pediatric nurse who works 12-hour shifts. My appearance had always been the least of my priorities. On the drive home, Jacob was quiet. Finally, I broke the silence. Jacob, do the kids at school say things about how I look? His head snapped up, eyes wide. What? No. Why would you ask that? I overheard some mothers talking, I said gently. About me not making an effort. He stared out the window for a long moment. When he turned back, tears were streaming down his face. I am sorry, he whispered. It's not me who cares. It's not me who cares. It's Brandon's mom, she told him. You look unprofessional, and maybe you were having problems. Then Brandon told everyone you might be on drugs because you are so skinny and don't wear makeup. My heart shattered. Why didn't you tell me? Because it's stupid, he exploded. You're the best mom ever. You work saving babies all day. You coach my soccer team even though you are tired. He wiped his eyes angrily. But they don't see that. They just see that you don't look like their moms, and then they're mean to me about it. I pulled the car over and turned to face my son. Jacob, I am so sorry they've been cruel to you because of me. Don't apologize, he said fiercely. I am not ashamed of you. I just wanted them to stop for one night so you wouldn't know what they say. That night I cried for my sweet boy who'd been silently bearing this burden to protect me. The next morning I made a decision. I picked Jacob up from school, wearing my nurse scrubs, hair in its natural curls, face clean of makeup. When he got in the car, his eyes widened in surprise. I thought about it all night, I told him, and I realized that changing myself to please people who judge others based on appearance isn't the lesson I want to teach you. I squeezed his hand. Those people who judge me don't know that I choose between sleep and makeup after 12-hour night shifts. They don't know that my unprofessional hands resuscitated 2 infants last month. They don't know me, Jacob, and their opinions don't define either of us. His eyes filled with tears again, but this time he was smiling. I know, Mom. Last week, Jacob asked if he could invite a few friends over. To my surprise, Brandon was among them. After they played video games for hours, Brandon stopped me as he was leaving. My mom says she's sorry, he mumbled, staring at his feet. She saw you at the hospital when my cousin was born premature. The doctor told my aunt you were the best nurse they had. Sometimes the bravest thing we can teach our children isn't to change for others, but to be unapologetically ourselves, especially when it's difficult.